Hello everyone, I'm Hallie Menkhaus, and this is my finished audio project in Adobe Audition. So what I had in mind for this project was a slam poetry reading that would be accompanied by a sort of ambient background music, and also sound effects that went along with different things that I talked about in the poem that I wrote. There's a lot of sensory information in the poem that I thought I could have used sound effects to bring that out or underlie that to give a better mental image of what I was talking about in the poem. And then this background music, Aphex Twin, Stone and Focus, is a really just sort of ambient, dark background music that I think fits really well with the theme and tone of the poem that I chose to write. There's a couple different things I want to talk about in this. One of the main things that I'm kind of proud of myself for thinking of is I took certain phrases of the poem that I thought were important or interesting, just little bits of sentences that I wanted to bring out. So what I did to do this was I would cut them with the blade tool up here, and then I would take this section that I created, like this one right here, and I would copy it and paste it into a new track so that my voice was sort of doubled. And then I would take one of the recordings in the track and turn the pitch down way low so that I sort of had like an alien effect when that part of the poem came to be read. I have a couple examples of this. One of the best ones I think is right about here. 10 songs over and over again. You can hear that sort of alien sounding effect that I think really brings out the eeriness of the poem. I did that a few times in the poem and I really liked the way it turned out. The other thing I like to talk about is any of the audio effects that I used to underlie any of the sensory information that I was talking about, like a recording playing the same 10 songs or a cassette tape rewinding and pressing play, like right here. I'll play an example. Rewinding the tape at the end of each day and pressing play the moment you wake up. I think that gives a pretty good mental image of the poem. I did this a few times, like with banging your fists against a wall, or the recording, like searching for a song and stuff like that. And then at the very end, I did something that I also think is pretty interesting. I used a record scratch sound effect underneath a repetition of the same recording over and over again. I did this because I talked about in the poem that I'm resetting the needle over and over and over. And I thought it would be really cool if I just copied the over and over and over, and underneath each time that before it skipped to the new track, I would put a record scratch. So it sounded like I was resetting the needle of the record over and over and over again. You can hear that right here. Over and over and over and over. So I think that was a little cooler than just saying over and over and over again. Those are just a few cool things that I decided to do with my project, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.